Community members mourn the loss of a Gering man who died following a crash at a busy intersection in Scottsbluff Tuesday afternoon. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, authorities say a 32-year-old Gering man died as the result of a midday crash Tuesday at the intersection of Highway 26 and East 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff Police Captain Lance Kite says officers were dispatched to the accident involving a white Subaru Outback and a sport motorcycle. Life-saving measures were attempted on the motorcycle rider by a registered nurse who stopped by to assist, and by Scottsbluff Fire and Regional West Ambulance Service upon arrival. These efforts failed, and Darius Davis, age 32 of Gering, was declared deceased at the scene. The driver of the Subaru reported no injuries. The case was assigned to a Scottsbluff Police Department certified accident reconstructionist and was investigated Tuesday afternoon. Well, the pretrial hearing for the teenage girl from Gordon accused of stabbing her newborn to death in November has been continued to August. Chloe Coplin Anderson was slated to have her latest hearing this week in Sheridan County District Court before District Judge Travis O'Gorman. The 17-year-old is facing felony charges including first-degree murder, use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, and knowing and intentional child abuse resulting in death, which is a Class 1B felony. She's scheduled to be back in court on August 13th. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Pet waste and water don't mix. Animal waste decomposes in water, releasing nutrients, which deplete the oxygen fish and other life need to survive and encourage harmful algae growth. Animal waste also has disease-carrying bacteria, making contaminated water unusable. It's easy to prevent pet waste pollution. Simply pick up your pet's waste and dispose of it in a trash can, and avoid letting your pets defecate within 200 feet of our community's waterways. Tri-City Stormwater reminds you it's our water, our responsibility.
Welcome back. The Gering City Council has given a nod of approval to an emergency purchase that helps keep the city pool open when weather is cooler than normal. Approved was a $75,000 expenditure made last week for a replacement boiler to be installed by Gering Valley Plumbing by this weekend. City Administrator Pat Heath explained why the purchase could not follow the standard bid process.
Unfortunately, the boiler failed last week, and when they told us, as they fired up the boiler a few weeks ago, they told us that to order it early, it took about 9 months to get a boiler. After the boiler failed, we did some checking. There is one in Omaha, and it's ordered, and that's why we did the emergency purchase. But the only difference between that boiler and the existing boiler is the piping configuration.
The city had budgeted $100,000 for pool maintenance issues, $30,000 of which had already been committed to other repair projects. A budgeted $50,000 project for repairs to the piers of the water slide will be delayed to help cover the shortfall, plus any other emergent repair issues. Well, the Scottsbluff Planning Commission has given the green light for redevelopment work for a block of land on one of the city's busiest roads. During Monday night's meeting, the commission gave positive recommendations for the preliminary and final plats for the QM Bluffs subdivision. That entity owns the local Arby's, who is building a new and improved location just east of its current store at 601 West 27th Street. This lot used to house the El Torito restaurant and advanced services, but both buildings were leveled earlier this year. Development Service Director Zach Globius says the Planning Commission's recommendations will go to the City Council for its July 1st meeting. And Theater West is hitting their stride as their 2024 summer repertory enters its second week. The final stretch of the opening show, the musical Little Shop of Horrors, will run Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week. Theater West's Violet Briggs says the star of the show is Audrey II, a Venus flytrap plant that has a very big personality.
So Audrey II is a plant that evolves and grows and has a very particular taste for blood. So it starts off fairly small, easily carryable, and grows. There's 4 iterations of Audrey II, and it ends up pretty large. It is puppeteered by 2 cast members, and so they have to really contort themselves in some cases because it gets so large that you are physically using your whole body to operate this puppet. And people have to fit into the mouth of the puppet for fun stuff. So, so Audrey II is going to be a really fun component, and we're actually thinking about maybe doing some meet and greets with Audrey II.
Little Shop of Horrors will wrap up with a Saturday afternoon matinee before The Play That Goes Wrong debuts later this month. Tickets can be purchased online at twneb.com or at the box office at WNCC.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Earl Grey. This cool cat is 1 year old and has been at the Humane Society for several weeks now. Staff say he is cool as a cucumber and will just melt in your lap. His adoption cost is $60, and that includes his neuter, microchipping, and all vaccinations. To meet Earl Grey or any of the cats and dogs they have available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society daily during normal business hours.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Let's take a look at your midweek community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
High Plains Auto Club presents the 25th annual Rock and Roll Father's Day Classic Friday, June 14th. Registration begins at 2 p.m. at the Gearing Civic Center. Welcome barbecue, cruise for cash, ice cream social. Saturday, June 15th, parade downtown Gearing at 9 a.m. Show and shine at 5 Rocks from 10 to 4 and awards banquet. To enter, go to highplainsautoclub.com or call 641-4849. This event is sponsored by Next Level Restoration, Gearing Civic Center, Rural Radio.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, this week marks the start of ticket sales for the majority of nightly entertainment at the 2024 Scottsbluff County Fair. While tickets for the Jared Neiman concert have been on sale for about a month, fair manager Lana Hubbard says tickets for the rubber check race, tractor pull, and arena cross didn't go on sale until today. Hubbard says with the cancellation of the Champions Challenge Rough Stock Rodeo, staff has been working on filling that vacancy.
Actually, we're looking at having a fair kickoff night, inviting volunteers and supporters and sponsors and, just kind of a nice evening. Hopefully the mural that's being done on the backside of the grandstands will be finished, and we thought we could maybe, have a ribbon cutting for that. So we're working on an evening, a little bit more laid back.
Hubbard asks for the public's patience and understanding when buying tickets online, as demand for seats for the rubber check race tends to make their website server get a little sluggish. As it has been the last couple of years, seating for all events is first come, first serve. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.